Hello class, today I'm just going to go through this web page which is called Maths is Fun, and in this web page we're going to go through what are known as bar graphs. A bar graph is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. Now this is going to make sense much more in a minute. Imagine you just did a survey of your friends to find which kind of movie they like best. And on the table we see here that the table is called favorite type of movie. And when the person was doing their collection of data, they were doing their tallies, they would have come across information that showed 4 people liked comedy most, 5 people liked action films the most, 6 people liked romance films the most, 1 person liked drama the most, and 4 people liked sci-fi films the most. And what we can do then with that information that we gathered, we could make it into a bar chart. And this bar chart shows here the favorite type of movie that different people in the class liked. And again, we can show that on the green line, we draw a green line from 0 to 4, which shows that 4 people liked comedy. We can then show that 5 people liked action movies, which is represented by the blue line. We can then see the brown line shows us that 6 people liked romance movies, 1 person only liked drama movies, that's shown on the purple line, and that 4 people had liked the sci-fi movie. Okay, so that's a very simple representation of data. If you move on down the page, just read before I go on any further. It is a really good way to show relative size. We can see which types of movies are most liked and which are least liked. We can use bar graphs to show the relative size of many things, such as what type of car people have, how many customers a shop has on different days, and so on. The next bar graph shows us it's the nicest fruit. So it must be something got to do with the nicest fruit that people liked in the survey. So when we're out collecting our data, we can see that a survey of 145 people, and they were asked which is the nicest fruit. So on the collection of data, it shows that we have apples, oranges, bananas, kiwis, blueberries and grapes. The number of people that thought apples were the nicest fruit was 35. The number of people that liked oranges was 30. The number of people who liked bananas the most was 10. The number of people who liked kiwi fruit the most was 25. The people who liked blueberries the most was 40 people. And the people who liked grapes the most was 5. And then all this information is shown. And when we look at it, we can very easily see that the most favourite fruit was blueberries. The least favourite was grapes. Bananas was then the second least favourite. The second most favourite was apples, and that is shown on the red. Okay, and that's very simply how we do bar charts, just very simply to show a visual representation of information that we gather. And again, this can be done in many different ways. As we can see here on the second chart, it shows the nicest fruit, but the chart is turned sideways. And again, it's just the number of people is on the bottom and the types of fruit is on the left hand column. And it just again shows us a visual representation of the information that was gathered. And very quickly we can simply see that blueberries are the most favourite, grapes are the least favourite, approximately 5 people, and so on and so forth. Okay. Again, here's another one here talking about student grades. I'm going to zoom in on this one. And very quickly, even before we look at the information at the top, we can see that there were 15 students. 15 was the highest grade you could get. Most people got 12. The next highest grade was 10. The next highest grade after that was 4. And the lowest grade received was 2. Okay. Sorry, I read that wrong. 4 people got grade A. 12 people got grade B. 10 people got a grade C. And 2 people got a grade D. So A being the highest grade you can get, B being the next highest grade, C being the next highest grade after that, and D being the lowest grade you can get. So So these are all just 4 different types of bar chart that you can either make yourself or read them from somebody else's data. So today what I want you guys to do is to make up your own bar chart. And to do so, you need to go out and collect all sorts of different information. This could be counting the number of radiators in your house, counting the number of doors in your house, counting the number of pillows in your house, counting the number of seats in your house, any sort of information. And when you gather such information, you put it into a data chart, such as what we've seen up here at the beginning. We put it into a small chart like this here first. Okay, and then we take it from that chart and we put it onto the chart, the data graph such as this one here. Okay, so as I say again, first of all, collect the data, collect your information, tally it, total it up, and then transform it into a visual representation that other people might be able to read. Okay, we'll give that a go.